episode 4 of season 2 of Loki. Cut.
I already started recording.
Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's talk about it. The heart of the TVA. We got to wrap this show up. We already went longer than I wanted to, but it's fine. I think this is the best episode of Loki there has been so far. Season 1 or 2, in my opinion. Maybe Lamentus is probably up there. Glorious Purpose, pretty good. I just think, again, also, unsung hero. I know I've said this a lot lately, but I'm really not one of these guys that beats the drum of runtime. But very quietly, all 4 of these episodes this season have been 50 minutes. Like 50 actual minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another one that is 50 minutes, and you feel every single moment is a felt moment of runtime. I think everything, whether you're talking about, the horrific scene with what Renslayer and Miss Minutes do to Dox and all of her Minutemen.
Yeah.
Brad's decision to not basically die with them, to, kind of the self-preservation decision that he makes, I think is a really, really good scene. Everything with Victor and OB, I think, is fantastic with Ki Hu Kwan and Jonathan Majors. I think in just their couple of scenes together, I think they have a great dynamic. Loki and Mobius are fantastic again. Loki and Sylvie are fantastic again. And then obviously the ending was just, holy shit, what the hell what is happening?
Yeah.
I just thought it was start to finish incredible episode, like through and through, so good. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to dive into more, but what did you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty much with you. I don't know if it's, again, I don't remember much of what my favorite episodes were for season 1, but this episode's definitely up there with both seasons, I'll say. Yeah, I think some of the standout moments for me were Loki and Sylvie, their conversation, the pie room, I thought was really awesome. I thought Jonathan Majors and, like you said, Ki Hu Kwan kind of working off each other in that scene they have together, where they're kind of complimenting each other, and you kind of get the vibe where it's like, well, and you start, again, this is all like kind of turning through your head while you're watching it, where you're like, well, didn't like Victor Timely technically like, like he came up with the ideas, and then Opie like kind of implemented them, so it's like they're like kind of like this, not like the same person, but they have the same, their mind works in the same way, you know what I mean? Yeah. And to see like, OB's like, oh, I made this model and everything, and he's got like the sign that says like not to scale. Yeah. I thought that was really funny. And like you said, the stuff with Dox. Yeah. I thought that was really, like, without showing it, I thought they did a great job of showing how imagining, like, gruesome it probably looks.
Yeah, and
with I think it was Hunter B-15 that walks in there. I thought she did a great job, by the way. Her kind of reaction was awesome.
I watched way too many Loki reviews. I can't remember who said it, but somebody was just like, it was Ryan Airy from Screen Crush. He was like, and I know it's Disney Plus and it's Marvel and whatever, and they're not going to show it, but like, they should have shown the blood, and they should have shown
I didn't think
everybody.
You needed it.
And I was like, I thought it was so much more impactful.
Yeah.
What's her name? Wunmi Masaka, who plays Hunter B-15. She is just one of the MVPs of the show. I mean, this is like a show with 10 incredible additions to the MCU, 10 incredible characters that we knew nothing about at the start of this show, that now I feel like are some of my most valued and most what's the word I'm trying to say, just some of my favorite characters in the MCU right now are on Loki, and Hunter B-15 is one of them, and some of the just stuff that she can portray with just her facial acting. Yeah. I think she just has such like an interesting face to begin with, and she's always great for a reaction shot. There's some of those actors that are just like, every time you cut to them, they're giving you something that's just like incredible. And her just coming through that door, realizing that after she goes, hey, I don't agree with Dox. Dox doesn't agree with me. but we need to work something out. Otherwise, Renslayer's gonna kind of run shop over this place. And so then she talks to her, tries to get through to her. She's coming back to be like, hey, have you thought about what I said? And to find them dead, it's like, that is like some seriously fucked up stuff. And I feel like that leads us to, I do have to wrap up like very, very soon. But last thing I just want to touch on for this episode, because we'll have plenty of time to talk a lot next week, I'm sure. Well, the last two things, we got to talk about the ending really quick. But Miss Minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely insane. I think the people that are out there, I agree with them 100%. Miss Minutes should not just be a character that grows more on Loki. I think that Miss Minutes should be in Kang Dynasty, should be in Secret Wars. Like, I think Miss Minutes and what Tara Strong is doing with that performance, who, by the way, Tara Strong, obviously MVP voice actor for the past 30 years, but what she's doing with Miss Minutes and what the writers are doing with Miss Minutes, they're making her a fully fledged out three-dimensional character that has obviously horrific wants and needs, but has real wants and needs.
Yeah.
To the point where I literally am like, in the role of like a Ebony Maw or something to Thanos, like, give me Miss Minutes in Kang Dynasty and in Secret Wars, like, as just this malicious, presence kind of thing that's working with Kang. I think that character has grown so much at this point that I just think it's fantastic. But what we really do have to wrap up. But what are your thoughts, Miss Minutes, and just the ending with the loom?
Yeah, I thought
exploding, everything with that.
Again, like you said, I think where they're taking Miss Minutes is really interesting direction, and I think my standout scene for me, or one of them at least, was when she's being kind of like shut down from the inside, and they do those kind of weird glitch things with her, and
like she turns into like a wireframe for a second almost.
Yeah, I thought that was all
and
like really interesting and just
him.
Very well acted in that moment. And as far as, like you said, the ending, I didn't expect that, and I don't know where we're going. Like, I know some people have theorized, like, is this the reset? Are they going to reset everything and just make? And I forget where I saw it, but some people were saying, like, is this going to be the moment where everything's? I think it might have been Coy on like the Christian show, where it's like, is this the moment where everything's like canon? Like, every single thing that you've seen in film or TV is now canon to this.
Yeah, like, I don't know if I would go that far.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously it's all canon in a multiverse, but like what he was specifically saying was like, it's all gonna be on this Earth, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Yeah.
But like, where does the character of Kang go? Like, how do we get to where we're going?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have not watched the trailer for the second half of the season. I know that it's out there, and I know that people have said it's reveals a lot of stuff about the last two episodes. I'm really trying to stay away from it. But I do support that theory that I think in a timey-wimey way, I think it makes sense that when Victor explodes, I think it does make sense to say, like, well, maybe he explodes, all of those little spaghetti noodles of his go out, and maybe then when the loom explodes, maybe all those spaghetti noodles gets shot out to all the different universes, and maybe this incident right here is how Kang spread. I am totally on board with that. But yeah. All right. I think that'll do it. Right. But yeah, tons that we can get more into with Loki. Next week, I'm sure we're going to dedicate a lot more time to Loki. Just because it's going to be right before the finale, and clearly this show is, like, if anything, just heating up. But really, really great season so far. Really love it. If you're just joining us for the Loki review, thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you so much for watching it. And that'll do it for this Loki review.